Wisdom in 8,000 Lines, Reba. A humble revision of the wonderful achievement of the late Dr. Edward Conze, now of the 21st century, by Richard Babcock. Chapter 25. Training. How a Bodhisattva is trained in all knowledge. Subhuti. In which training, O Lord, does a Bodhisattva train to be trained in all knowledge? The Lord. A Bodhisattva trains in extinction, in non-production, in non-stopping, in no birth, in the absence of positivity, in isolatedness, in dispassion, in space, in the element of dharma, and nirvana. Subhuti. How do these amount to a training in all knowledge? The Lord. Do you think, Subhuti, this suchness which is, also, Tathagatas, which is the prime cause of Tathagata being a Tathagata, can this become extinct? Subhuti. No, Lord. For extinction cannot become extinct, extinction being inextinguishable. The Lord. Suchness of Tathagata is primordial essence of Tathagata. As a Tathagata, is this now produced, or stopped, or born, or does this become or cease to become, or does this become isolated, or impassioned or dispassionate, or does this become like space, or does this become of the nature of dharma? Subhuti. No, Lord. The Lord. Does this suchness then, or even now, enter nirvana? Subhuti. No, Lord. The Lord. Now, Subhuti. Any bodhisattva which trains oneself trains thus. Suchness does not, indeed cannot get extinct. As one trains thus, one realizes this perfection of all training. One cannot be crushed by what is seen or thought to be Mara, or by what is seen or thought to be Mara's associates, or by Mara's host. Soon one reveals to oneself this condition of irreversibility which becomes realized by others. Soon one sits on this terrace of enlightenment. One courses in one's own range. One is trained in the dharmas by which one is revealed as a facilitator and guide to realization, in great friendliness, great compassion, great sympathetic joy, as well as great and equanimous impartiality. One trains as turning the wheel of dharma, with 3 revolutions and 12 aspects. One trains to indicate these revelations and the realization herein to no limit of beings. One trains to ensure non-interruption of this lineage of Tathagatas. One trains by opening this door and indicating such, as well as revealing this deathless element. Any being not training thusly is, however, incapable of this sublime training. A weakling cannot train in this training. As these which train thusly are the very cream of beings which indicate realization to any and all beings, these persevere and reach this state of elevated awareness for these beings. A bodhisattva which trains thus is not reborn in the hells, nor among animals, nor in the realms of the pretas, nor among the asuras, nor in outlying districts among barbarous populations, nor in the families of outcasts or fowlers, of hunters, fishermen or butchers, nor in any families of a kind in which one is addicted to the lower deeds. This one is not blind, deaf, or one-eyed, neither a cripple nor hunchbacked, nor a being with withered hand or arm, nor limping, nor lame, or stunned, not tremulous, quivering or shaky. This one's limbs are not puny, nor incomplete, nor abnormal. Such a one is not weak, nor have a bad complexion or shape. These faculties are not inferior nor incomplete, but are in every way perfect, and this one also has a melodious voice. Such a one as this is not a person who takes life, or who takes what is not given, or who goes wrong about sense desires, or who speaks falsely, or maliciously, or harshly, or who prattles indistinctly, or who is covetous, or who harbors ill will in one's heart, or who has wrong views, and does not earn a livelihood in some wrong fashion. This one is not reborn among the long-lived gods, does not take up bad moral practices, does not take hold of unreal dharmas, and does not get reborn through the influences of trances and formless attainments. For here is skill and means, and endowed with this, one does not get reborn among the long-lived gods. But what is this skill and means of a bodhisattva? This is just this perfection of wisdom. And this one applies oneself to this skill and means in such a way as, endowed with this, a bodhisattva enters into these trances without being reborn through the influence of these trances. As one trains thus, any bodhisattva incurs the perfect purity of these powers, of these grounds of self-confidence, of these Buddhadharmas. One reaches all this. Subhuti, as we all know, O Lord, all dharmas are by nature perfectly pure. But now, with regard to this, whichever dharma does any bodhisattva incur and reach perfect purity of these powers, these grounds of self-confidence and these Buddhadharma? The Lord, well it is which you ask, Subhuti. For all dharmas are just by their essential original nature perfectly pure. A bodhisattva which trains in perfection of wisdom does not lose heart and remains uncowed, although all dharmas are by nature perfectly pure. Now this is this perfection of wisdom. But the foolish neither know nor see these dharmas are really so constituted, and these neither know nor see the true nature of dharmas, even as this comes to be revealed. On behalf of such beings and things the bodhisattva struggle on and exert vigor, so any who do not know may be enabled to know, so any who do not see may choose to see. In this training these train, and here in the world of appearance a bodhisattva realizes these powers through making these available to countless beings, these grounds of self-confidence, and all Buddhadharmas. As these train thus, bodhisattvas wisely, naturally come to know these throbbing thoughts and actions of any and all beings, of any and all persons as these persons really are. And now in this we go beyond the knowledge of the thoughts and actions of others. We traverse this ground upon which no foot gains footing, no words can mention, no thought can think, and neither can any eye behold. The fewness of bodhisattvas. On this earth, few are places free from stones, few the spots where gold and silver are found. Much more numerous are saline deserts, arid deserts, places covered with grass, or thorns, or steep chasms. Just so, in the worlds of beings few bodhisattvas exist which train in this training in all knowledge, i.e. in the training toward perfect wisdom which is perfect nature. Much more numerous are these which train in the training characteristics of Sravakas, disciples and Pratyabuddhitas. Furthermore, Subhuti, in the worlds of beings few do deeds which lead to the authority of a universal monarch. Much more numerous are these which do deeds which lead to the authority of a commander of a fort. Just so, in these worlds,